there, Cinners, and welcome to this week's episode of Shortcuts, where we give you all the horror happenings for the week. Join your hosts, Sean O'Connor and Shannon Bushman-Montalbano, as we go over the books, the movies, the streaming, the events, and all the latest news, delivered right into your sweet little ears, all in under a half hour. You want to know about that latest movie that's dropping this week? We got you. You want to know about that latest novel from your favorite horror author? We've got you. You want Sean to give you a release date 3 years from now for a movie you've never even heard about? We got you. So sit back, tune in, and we'll take it from here as you listen to this week's episode of Shortcuts. Hey, Cinners, welcome to Shortcuts. This is our shorter episode where we take all the horror happenings for the week and we deliver them to you free of charge, and we hope that you enjoy every single one of these delicious little horror morsels. We always start out with anniversaries and birthdays. So, Shannon, what have you got for us this week?
Okay, so I told Sean off camera that I was like, I have something to tell you. So,
Yeah.
but I decided to wait for the recording. It's nothing crazy, but I went to prep for this week's Shortcuts, and I'm looking at all the anniversaries because I go by like their release date. So each week, that's kind of how I do it.
Okay.
So it's not really random. It's actually very, very methodical. So this week I think I counted 9.
Come on now.
So
Too many.
Yeah, I know. So I downed it down to 4. So next week I'll do the other half, I think. And so people are like, "Oh, well, that came out like 2 weeks before you said it." I'm like, I know, but I have a lot.
Or, and this is just a thought,
Mhm.
we take all 9 to Chuck E. Cheese and we just have a gigantic birthday party for all of them.
As long as the background, as long as we have it, the band in the background, the mechanical.
The Five Nights at Freddy's band. By the way, Sinners, we are not sponsored, nor do we get any money from Chuck E. Cheese. So, Chuck E. Cheese, you're welcome. Is Chuck E. still around?
I think there is one on Sunrise Highway.
Yeah, I'm a middle-aged man. If I was
if
hanging out
you're-
at Chuck
if
E. Cheese, this would be a different kind of podcast.
And I only know that because I'm pretty sure I drove past it. I did not go there.
Okay.
I was gonna say, wait a second. I don't want to be that category either.
We do not go to Chuck E. Cheese. We're not. Why did I even bring it up?
I don't
Into
know.
a corner. All right, so you've got 4 birthdays. We have a lot of birthdays then. I'm so excited for this week and next week. Okay. Give start from the top. What do we got?
Yeah. Okay. So they're kind of random, but whatever. I'm going with it. So this one, I actually have 2 from 1959.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, one might be a little bit more known than the other, so I'm just gonna go with maybe the latter one, possibly. I don't know. You tell me.
Okay.
So kind of random, but celebrating 65 years. Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
So I have a lot of questions with this one because I saw it on my list and I go, oh, I had never actually seen it before. I feel like I've seen, like Vampira's in it, right? So like I've seen her, I've seen snippets, I've seen, whatever posters.
You've seen Tor Johnson, you've seen Criswell. Yeah, like we've all seen clips. But
I've never seen this as a whole.
Me neither.
On Tubi. So have at it, because that's what I did the other night. And I have a lot of questions. Because like you look it up, right? So it's alien invasion movie, horror, I guess. And then it also says like sci-fi, obviously the alien. And then it goes comedy. So I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe it's kind of like a funny, whatever. I don't think it was trying to be.
No, I think they're throwing a lot of goodwill that way. I think it's after the fact comedy.
I think it's just so bad that like it was. It's a fun time though. It's definitely a funny time to dine out on, as long as you don't go in like, oh, like I'm expecting an award-winning, no, don't go in that way.
All right, what's number 2? 1959. Now I'm so curious.
All right, yeah, same year. The Return of the Fly. So I believe that's Vincent
Oh,
Price, isn't it?
oh yes, it is. Oh, I like this
Mm-hmm.
movie a lot.
Mm-hmm. This
Oh, I
was a
like this
fun
movie
one.
a lot. Okay,
Yeah,
I
this
make.
was this is a good one.
I mean, you know how I feel about Monsieur Vincent Price. I mean,
Come on.
I
Yeah.
adore Vincent Price so much so that on oh crap, I can't remember what channel it's on, or I'm sorry, what streamer it's on. But I watched the Muppet Show episode with Vincent Price where he gets bit on the neck from Kermit. It's just like my happy place, you know. So watch that this week just because it felt right.
Just because.
Return of the Fly, so good. Oh, so good. All right, love it.
Mhm.
All right, so we're two down. Give me the
Yes,
year for number three. What's number three?
1999. And
Ooh.
Maddie and I just happened to catch it on television like 2 days ago. So it was kind of funny that it came up. I was like, oh,
Can
yeah,
I
on
take a
my
guess?
list.
Just because you said 99, I'm going to take a wild stab.
Hit me.
Uh, Deep Blue Sea.
No.
Okay. All right. All right.
That, mi-
That's all I got.
that might be next week.
Whoop.
It might be. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying words. Just
This
words. But
this
this
hot
one,
sharky summer swimming by.
maybe.
Maybe.
But this one doesn't have a shark.
Okay.
Does it? No, it doesn't. So, but the only thing I really remembered about this movie was that I felt like it was so random. It was the most random cast. And, the story is just kind of like I remember the trailer looking very creepy though, which enticed me to go see it. And yeah, that's about it.
I
But
am very intrigued. What is this movie?
yeah, you don't remember? Okay, so
All
this
right, wait.
is
Give me one of the actors, and I'll take a wild stab at it.
Owen Wilson.
And it's a horror movie? Oh shit, it's The Haunting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah! I think
I
that's
didn't
like
know which one to go with because they're all random.
it,
Liam Neeson, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Lily Taylor, and Owen Wilson. I'm like,
all right.
who did you? Did you?
How do you feel about this movie?
I didn't love it. I remember that going
Same.
in, because again, it like because everyone was so random, the chemistry was off,
Yeah.
and then the story, it just didn't. It didn't. I don't want to use the word it didn't deliver. I don't want to say that, but I guess I felt like there was like just something missing. Maybe there, yeah, like it just I've seen better, but it's not definitely not the worst movie I've ever seen. It's almost kind of like is it a good movie? Oh, it's had its moments. Cool Runnings, like it's
All right.
it's
All
kind
right.
of to me it's like the horror version of Cool Runnings. It
It,
has its moments.
look, it's got a thankless task. It is a remake of a beloved, one of the most beloved horror movies slash haunted house movies of all time. Robert Wise's The Haunting is like the apex. Like when people talk about haunted house movies, is
Yeah.
it mine? It is not. But people like just love this movie so much,
Yeah.
and understandably so. It is fantastic. So a remake, but then you get Jan de Bont. I think it's. I was going to call him Jan de Bont. Jan de Bont.
Jan de
Um,
Bont, yeah, makes sense. I think I was calling him Jan de Bont this whole
you know,
time.
but he's like he's got this crazy hot hand. He's coming off Speed. Maybe he was coming off Air Force One. I don't even know if he directed that, but I feel like he did. But anyway, he was like the guy of the moment, like the action guy. And then you give him a horror movie, and then you have like this, like you said, it's a real eclectic cast. I don't know that the pieces fit, and it didn't. So, you know,
Yeah, he took his shot. He tried. Yeah, just like I said, it's just
I'm gonna have to rewatch that though because I'm sure it's watchable. I gotta rewatch that because I haven't seen it in decades, and just
like I
I
said.
know it's not gonna be good, but I just
Like I
want to
said,
check it out.
we put it on. We were like cleaning the house, and we left it on. It was fun. Like we
Okay.
stopped every once in a while, just like stare at it.
That laundry got folded. It's all good.
Yeah, yeah, everything. We moved on. It's good.
All right.
But I don't know. I think he tried just going in and like maybe he was like, oh, I can definitely make it like action packed, but with these special effects with ghosts and I don't know. I think he just tried too hard, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I bet you know what? The one thing that I remember is those sets are incredible. Like
Yes.
the haunted house sets are
Yeah.
gorgeous. So yeah,
Yeah. No, for sure. It was definitely a pretty movie. It
this
just
was that.
the whole package wasn't there. That's all.
All right, what's number 4? Give me the year first.
2009. So
Oh
fairly
my
fairly
goodness.
newish.
Okay,
It
2009.
has come up again because of a sequel.
Summer movie in 2009. Can you give me an actor or will it give it all away?
Give it all away.
It's going to give it away. Can you get
Well, maybe. Hold on, because I forgot her last name. Hold, please.
how many
I
words
have
in the title?
one word.
Oh, snap. All right, I'll do the whole music. Do, 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 do,
All
do,
right, I'll give you
do,
one.
do. All right, give me one.
Vera Farmiga.
Oh,
I, could,
snap.
I remembered Vera. I forgot Farmiga for a second.
I mean, she is horror royalty, but that's more. Well, this 2009. I'm gonna take a wild stab, and I'm gonna say The Conjuring.
No, close though.
Okay, what do we
Actually,
got?
no, maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. Orphan.
Oh, that's a good movie.
So
That's a good
if I
movie.
gave you Isabel Furman, you'd be like, oh,
I would have got it. Yeah, I
yeah,
would have got it.
yeah,
That's a good.
yeah.
Oh, that's a good movie.
So 15 years. So I think it's just about a good time for a sequel,
Yeah. Wait,
right?
did you?
Enough time has gone.
They made a sequel. I think it came out 2 years ago. I think it's called Orphan First Kill. And let me tell you something. That's a good movie. It
I
is.
feel like you've told me that, and I have yet to see it.
It has no right to be, but it is fun and it goes there and it's over the top and it's everything you want in a 90-minute sequel. I think this is the third
Oh
because I
wow,
think we
Julia
had.
Stiles is in it.
Yeah,
She
it
hasn't.
is.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun as hell. It is fun
Okay.
as hell.
Oh, it's
So
on
yeah, that,
Paramount. It's on Paramount Prime, I think, or MGM, whatever that is. I don't know. Whatever it is.
and
So
look, let's be
I'm gonna,
honest.
I'm gonna give that
It
one a go.
dropped. Yeah, nobody was like, "Oh, Orphan First Kill, okay, let me put this on my never to be watched list." And then it started to gather some little sweet, hey, this might be a hidden gem buzz. And yeah, I checked it out, and it's fun. It is really fun. So,
Okay.
all
I'm
right,
gonna write that down.
I'm so excited for our 5 more birthdays next week.
Yes.
All right, let's take a hard right into movies. Now, of course, I'm going to mention the big one is Longlegs, which you saw and you gave a fair review for. No spoil, no spoil. But
No, no,
Shannon,
no.
I have yet to see it. I'm going to check it out this week. So Longlegs is out there. What I wanted to talk about with Longlegs, I didn't want to talk about the movie itself. I wanted to talk about uh, the trailer. I wrote I wrote an article that I just sent to Matt over at Macabre Daily. By the way, Sinners, Shannon and I are contributors now to Macabre Daily. They
Mhm.
are just the best thing since Reanimated Corpses, and we love them, and we love the people. And we actually had lunch yesterday with Lowell from Macabre Daily, and
Hi,
he
Lowell.
is Lowell. We love you, and you're cool as fuck, and we're so glad that we're on the Northeast with you. We're gonna get into some shenanigans for sure.
Mm.
Be scared. Um, so I sent Matt an article about trailers. It's my beef.
Oh
Trailers
yeah.
give everything away. We don't need 4. Just do 1. And I cited Longlegs, even though Longlegs does have multiple trailers. The trailers were completely vague and ambiguous, and it was just vibes. It was just trailers full of vibes. And I made the correlation that one of the most successful trailers of all time is the 1979 trailer for Ridley Scott's Alien. It's the first. It's a minute and 57 seconds. The first half of which is just black space and scrolling landscapes and a weird egg that cracks in the middle and blistering white light comes out. and then that klaxon starts going off, that wah, wah, every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it quickly goes through disjointed cuts of the movie, none of which that you could piece together into any coherent semblance of what's going to go on. And Shannon, you know what is missing from the Alien trailer?
The alien.
Yup.
You
They
didn't
don't
need it in the trailer.
they didn't need it.
You want to go and see it.
It was 100% vibes. The audience, myself included, in 1979, saw that trailer and was like, I need this in my eyes. And
Just
everybody
poured
just,
in.
yeah, everybody just surfed that vibe right into the goddamn theater. And we
Mhm.
saw the hell out of that movie multiple times. Never even showed the alien. It's not, my point is, it's not needed. And I think Oz Perkins did something genius. Whether it was conscious or not, he really borrowed from that Ridley Scott model. Again, Sinners, forgive me. I don't even know if Ridley Scott was the one who put that trailer together. So if he wasn't, whoever you are, phantom person, man or woman, kisses all over your face. You're
Yes.
incredible. Um,
We salute you.
but he, he tapped into that, and we had month after month of trailers dropping for long legs that was nothing but vibe based. Dread.
Mhm.
It was visceral. It was visceral. You were like, I don't know what I'm seeing, but it's really upsetting me, and I have to go see it.
And I love it.
So check this out. So you've got a $15 million movie, 14 to 16, $1 million movie that is projected to do about 7 to 9 million in its first weekend, and it does 10 in its first day, and then it ends up doing 22 million in its first weekend. So it damn near tripled the projections. And Sinners, again, talking about money is gross. I completely get that. It's not about the money, but it is about the fact that you had a director who trusted that his audience didn't need to be spoon-fed plot point, or who lives or who dies or who falls in love or whatever the case may be. If you give an audience a vibe, the people that hook into it,
They will come.
you set the hook, they're going to go in droves.
Yeah.
To the tune of doing the triple amount of what you projected for the opening weekend. Again, I hate making things about money, but I'm hoping that Hollywood gets its head out of its ass and sees this. And
You're
it's
asking
like,
for a lot, Sean.
yeah, all right, but here we go. But check this out. So I send the article to Matt last night. I don't even know if he's going to put it up on the website. I hope he does.
I think you will.
Because, Matt, I spent a good 8 minutes on it. No, I'm kidding. I'm embarrassed to say how long it took me to do 723 words. But anyway, I wake up this morning and I'm scrolling through the trades and I'm looking at stuff, and all of a sudden here's Kevin Feige from Marvel, who is galactically pissed off because his trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine ruined a major spoiler, major plot point, and he's rip shit, and he's like, you know what? I think we might go back to one trailer. And I'm like, you're starting to pick up the plot, my man. You're starting to get it. Now look, you and I both know they're not going to do that. Of course there are going to be trailers, but you don't. Maybe he will tone it down and leave some ambiguity to what is in the film. It would be better. We would be better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I swear I'm teetering on my soapbox as I'm speaking. I'm just about to get off of it, but we have seen the trailer for Cuckoo. We've seen the trailer for Nosferatu. We've seen the trailer for Trap. We've seen the trailer for, we'll take those 3. They've given us just enough to make us
Smile
insanely
and
intrigued.
Smile too.
And Smile too. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
My partner, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm like, there was definitely another one.
Just enough to get us intrigued. But no spoily. I feel like nothing has been spoiled.
No.
You release 3 more, and then in your mind, you're not even trying to do it consciously, subconsciously. You start putting plot points together. If you're an avid moviegoer like we are, you just subconsciously start to put plot points together, and it ruins the goddamn movie for you.
Yeah,
so anyway,
it ruins the experience.
Here I go. I'm getting down. I'm off my soapbox. But I just thought it was interesting that as I was, writing this article, this was happening in real time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
who knows? Maybe maybe I'll get my wish, and then 2 years from now, I'll be on my soapbox going, "Why aren't they releasing more trailers? I'd really like to know what's going on in these
I'd
films."
love to know what this is about.
And I will expect someone
Never happy.
to drive up on the sidewalk and run me over, and I will have been asking for it.
Yes.
All right, all right. We're gonna quickly just a couple of things on streaming. Abigail is on Peacock. A fun movie called Heavy Trip is on Screambox. Yeah, look, Norwegian death metal band in a small town, incredibly likable characters, trying to get to like a battle of the bands. I'm gonna leave it there.
You had me a Norwegian heavy metal band, actually.
Oh, and I knew I was preaching to the choir.
kind of all you had to say to me. I was like, you don't say.
It looks incredibly fun, and it's getting great reviews, and I am all on board. I cannot wait to watch it.
Huzzah.
The last one I'm going to mention is Arcadian, the Nick Cage movie that is on Shudder, and I watched the heck out of that movie, and I liked it. And I'll tell you why. It's just a standard creature feature, which I love, but there's nothing remarkable about it whatsoever as far as the story goes. But the creature design at first, it's very you see it at first when it's fully introduced, and you're like, this is absurd. And as the movie progresses, the creatures act in such a way that they then become fascinating. Like, the characters kind of take a back seat, and then you're more interested about the creatures and like how their society, like what they're all about. And I thought that was cool.
That sounds interesting.
It is. I don't want to be misleading, Sinners. It's not on purpose. It's not like the story is like, and now we're going to concentrate on the creature. But whoever did the creature design and the how the script incorporates them into the story is really interesting. Really, really interesting.
Okay.
And like, when was the last time? Like, the last time I felt this way was maybe like The Descent, where the story was the story. It's not like the most original thing you've ever seen, but the creature design and like their kind of like community and how and like what they were all about was so fascinating. You were like, I think I love this movie.
I still think that's two different movies rolled into one, because being trapped in a cave and going, or that point where they go through like that really tight tunnel and they have to like wedge their way in, and then it starts caving in. I was like, no.
I get claustrophobia. No.
I'm like, give me the creatures. I'd rather deal with the creatures.
Now the sinners know my mortal weakness. They're gonna put me in a box. I get very claustrophobic. No bueno.
Yeah, no bueno.
I love that movie. We're gonna have to do that movie though.
Agreed.
It's so friggin' good. Okay, Charlie is by the door. Excuse me while I let him out.
You got it. Whatever Charlie needs.
Oh, Charlie, you crazy. Out you go. Okay, and I'm back. Sinners, we take care of our puppies on this show.
We do.
Okay, now let us talk about books. We have got we got 3 books.
Okay.
I want to talk about Nicole Wolverton's A Misfortune of Lake Monsters, even though we talked about it last week.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole is the coolest, and her book is rad, and she's our friend. So please go out and buy A Misfortune of Lake Monsters. You can also, if you are in the Northeast, please go to Nicole Wolverton's website, which I will put in the show notes. And Nicole is doing speaking engagements all across the Northeast. A lot in PA. We're going to be part of one. What? More to come. But please, I will put the link in the show notes and go see Nicole, because not only is she a great writer, author, she's cool as hell and she's highly entertaining.
Very
So
much so.
there you go. Okay.
Love you, Nicole.
We love you, Nicole. Love you to pieces. All right. 3 books. First one is Nathaniel Benchley's The Visitors. The Powell family has almost given up on finding an affordable New England house. Boy, oh boy, I feel you, Powell family. To rent for the summer, when the agent shows them the old Twitchell place, offered at a suspiciously low price. Oh, I love everything about this. What everyone in town except the Powells know is that the place has been haunted ever since cantankerous sea captain Ebenezer Twitchell murdered his wife and mistress and hid their bones in the cellar. Oh my God. I love everything about what I'm reading right now. At first, the ghosts, they're not too much of a problem. We've got flying dishes and blood dripping walls, bit of a nuisance. But when old Uncle George arrives for a visit and the ghosts sink his boat, it becomes clear their intentions are murderous, and that the Powell's relaxing summer vacation has turned into a terrible nightmare. This also sounds like a movie that I need to see.
Seriously.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Nathaniel Benchley.
That definitely sounds like something. It should be visual as well.
I'm going to read the hell out of that book. Okay. Speaking of hell, the next one, how about this for a title? Hell Pig by Anthony Engbretson. I'm going to try that again. Anthony Engbretson. That sounds more like what a human mouth would say. That came out July 13th from Off Limits Press. Oh, sorry, Nathaniel, your book came out from Valancourt, and that was on July 9th. All right, so Hell Pig sees Dr. Delambre is in a scramble to salvage his life's work. Darwin must face his bigoted father to help his ailing mother. Russ desperately wants to keep his dying bar alive and his family's name preserved. Calissa needs money to build a new life, even if it means enmeshing herself in a dark secret. Their stories collide in the forgotten town of Thebes, Nebraska, deep in the sandhills, where a prehistoric threat rears its hideous head. I mean, I liked everything. I really liked everything. And then you said prehistoric threat, and I got like woozy. I was like, what? Oh. Sometimes I wish I was a spider, so I had more eyes, so I could read more. I am 3/4 of the way through Josh Mallerman's Incidents. Friggin', what am I, the biggest asshole in the planet? Incidents Around the House. I forgot the name of the book for a second. I am obsessed with this book. I really want to get Josh on the show. I've reached out. I haven't heard from you yet, Josh. I'm going to stick Jonathan Jans on you because I know you guys are friends. This book is so friggin' good. Incidents Around the House, Cinners. If you want a summer scare times, simple math, carry the 4, a billion, read this book. Okay. So Hell Pig, stamp of approval. Love it. Last one. Oh, come on. Speaking of Jonathan Jans, who is tied with Stephen Graham Jones for handsomest man in horror, Stephen Graham Jones released I Was a Teenage Slasher. How's that for a title?
Come on.
Stephen Graham Jones has a book coming out. Sorry. Another one just came out. As I was announcing this one, he released 2 more. What the gingerbread?
Is he an actual spider with all those legs? Arms?
Stephen Graham Jones and Clay McLeod Chapman, they definitely created the clone machine. There's multiple.
There's a bunch of them, just a bunch of them, just floating in the makeshift vat
in the prestige tank.
bunch of Hugh Jackmans.
Okay. Sinners, you know that it wouldn't be an episode unless I took such a wild turn and brought up another subject at such a velocity that your neck might break. Stephen Graham Jones told the story on our friend Neil McRoberts' incredible podcast, Talking Scared. Neil did an episode where horror authors came on and told their scariest story. Not scariest novel, what happened to them that was the scariest thing. Much like we do with our guests. Exactly. Yes. Stephen Graham Jones tells the story of going into a rest stop. He's lost He's completely lost. He doesn't even know what state he's in.
Oh my God.
He pulls
That's like
over
my
at
worst
a
nightmare.
right.
Oh my God.
Pulls over at a rest stop, and he's like, it's blistering. He's out in it, like, well, he doesn't know where he is, but it's like New Mexico, Arizona, like blistering sunlight. And he goes into the bathroom, and you know how you go from like intense white summer sunlight into a dark area, you have no vision whatsoever. So he's
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm,
Sunspots everywhere.
it's like I'm making my way to the urinal, and my feet are sticky, and my eyes are slowly adjusting. And then he realizes he is standing in a lake, not a pool, a lake of blood. This is a true story. This is a
What?
true mother franking story.
What?
Sinners, this is just one of the creepy AF stories that are part of this Talking Scared episode. I highly recommend it.
That's a straight up horror movie.
That's what I'm saying. He's standing in a lake of blood. And Steven keeps saying to Neil, he's like, it couldn't have come from a human body. There was too much blood. He's like, it seemed like maybe someone had killed a cow or an animal, because that's how much blood there was.
Holy
And
shit.
I'm like, I'm listening to the podcast. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like chewing on it. I'm like,
Get out of there.
I'm like, and then you died, and then you got killed. And I will leave it there. I will leave it there because there's more to the story. But
Oh
Sinners, I
wow.
mean, you also know it wouldn't be a Shortcuts episode unless we promoted the hell out of another podcast, because it's what we love to do.
Of course.
And Neil is the best, and Steven's the best. Okay, whew, my goodness gracious. All right, so let me bring it back to Steven's new novel. I Was a Teenage Slasher. Kisses all over that title's face.
Mm-hmm.
From New York Times bestselling horror author Stephen Graham Jones comes a classic slasher story with a twist. Perfect for fans of Riley Sager and Grady Hendrix. Two incredible people, two incredible authors. 1989, La Mesa, Texas. A small West Texas town driven by oil and cotton, and a place where everyone knows everyone else's business. So it goes for Tolly Driver, a good kid with more potential than application. 17 and about to be cursed to kill for revenge. What? Here, Stephen Graham Jones explores the Texas he grew up in, the unfairness of being on the outside through the slasher horror he lives. Oh, wait, sorry. Let me try that again. The unfairness of being on the outside through the slasher horror he lives, but from the perspective of the killer, Tolly writes his own autobiography. Find yourself rooting for the killer in this summer teen movie of a novel gone full blood-curdling tragic. Holy guacamole.
I don't even know what to make of that.
Again, like, I'm gonna be reading books like this. Like, here, like, I'll have like a music stand set up, and I'll just be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I would never retain anything if I did that.
Shannon, we've been talking about this with our guests for the past, coming up on like 8 months now, since we started with Andy Davidson. After Andy got done talking about that stupid Howard the Duck movie that he's obsessed with,
That we still need to talk about.
we have been bringing it up over and over again with these incredible authors, how this moment in horror literature for the past couple of years is so exciting. It's like a throwback to what happened in the 80s with the horror literature boom there, but it's like almost surpassed that, and it's taken on a life of its own. And it's like, I'm just like, where are we riding this to? Where are we riding this to? I love it. Oh, I love it. And then you have people like Emily Hughes and Sadie Hartman, and Ari Hellraiser,
yeah.
our new great friend. And they're cultivating, with Ari, it's Power Shaw, by the way. She goes by Ari Hellraiser on Instagram. But Ariel Power Shaw is she's cultivating this incredible list of millennial nasties so that we can dig into movies that may not be on our radar from the early 2000s. Then you got Sadie and Emily pointing us in directions with movies and with literature of all this goodness. I mean, it is just like, we don't deserve it. We don't deserve it.
I feel like we won the lottery a little bit. I'm like, really? All for me? Like,
sometimes I get nervous though. Like, I get to talking about it, and I'm like, am I gonna ruin it? Am I like, Is it like, the
How would you
the,
ruin it?
the goddess of horror is like, you talk too much, I'm taking it all away, and then I'm like, oh, great. Choose your own adventure books from 7th grade. That's all we have left, which
I
actually would be
loved
pretty
those
great.
books. I loved those books. I was
You know,
obsessed.
that would be pretty great.
I was obsessed with those. Somebody should bring those back.
How about when you chose one and you're like 8 and you choose one and you die?
You mean
Like,
I go right
what?
back. I start over. Fuck that.
Like,
I
I
read
didn't
the
know
whole
that
book.
could happen.
I read the whole book anyway.
And then we sell like a problem, like rock slide crushes you to death, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? I'm on page 32. There's 60 more pages. Oh shit! All right, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. I just got an idea. All right. Oh, I get so excited. All right, let's do some news. And then we got to wrap it up, and then boy, oh boy, we're gonna talk about clowns.
Woo!
Yes, we are. News is short and sweet this week. There wasn't a whole lot. That's okay. It's like, summer doldrums a little bit, and we're going to ramp up as the weeks go on, I'm sure. Kate Siegel, the incredible partner to Mike Flanagan. They are like the dynamic duo of horror. Love them both. She's leading a horror comedy called Damned If You Do. Love the premise of this. Group of teens sell their soul, and they get like 25 years to whatever, and this one's a tech billionaire, and that one's a, famous actor or actress, and the bill's coming due. They're coming up on the due date.
Oh, okay.
What? They're like, I think we want to get out of it. So I really like the premise of that. And Kate Siegel's just the best. I love it.
Nice.
Okay. Shannon, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who's the leading scream queen of 2024 at the moment?
I think isn't it you?
You just cut the intro, the blurb for our new intro. No, it is Dan Stevens.
Of course it's Dan Stevens.
I'm friggin' crying over here. Oh my god.
That's not, I know, a little silly on this Monday. Sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah, not sorry at all.
No,
I love
not
it.
at all.
Dan Stevens is executive producing and starring in the new installment of AMC's The Terror. Get this. It's titled The Terror, The Devil in Silver, which is based off of a fantastic novel by Victor Laval. Yeah. So
okay.
again, I mean, Victor, I'm desperately trying to get Victor on the show as well. He's incredible. Incredible. The Ballad of Black Tom. Oh my goodness. The Changeling. Oh my god. And I follow, I follow him everywhere. That sounds a little stalkery, but he is
a little creepy,
right? Right? Victor, don't be alarmed. I'm 2024 Scream. You have nothing to worry about. He is so friggin' cool. So yeah, I mean, he just goes on the wish list of people to get on the show. And then the last bit of news I have, speaking of Mike Flanagan, is that Neon, small little production company that's having a hell of a year with Immaculate and Longlegs, is just acquired a Mike Flanagan produced film, not directed, produced film called Shelby Oaks. It's a found footage about a sister looking for her missing sister who happens to be like a paranormal investigator.
Okay.
Then let's just say as the footage unfolds, maybe we're going to find out that there's a lot more to it than what we thought. And if Mr. Michael Flanagan's involved, executive producing, I've got a pretty good feeling about it.
Yeah, I'm game.
Okay. Okay, trailers. Alien Romulus, please don't watch it. We're at the third trailer now, and they're just giving plot points away.
Yeah. Stop it.
Go see the movie. Of course, we support the hell out of Alien Romulus and are so excited to see it.
Yeah, I loved just the teaser trailer, honestly.
Yeah.
The first teaser trailer was, I feel like, all we really ever needed, but what do I know?
What a winner. Exactly. Lee Daniels, The Deliverance trailer. This movie is coming to Netflix. I checked out that trailer, and it was jarringly scary.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got it's an exorcism movie. And
Okay.
yeah, it gave all the feels.
Yeah, okay.
And then I didn't watch this, and I will, because I don't think, like, this might be a movie that is spoiler proof. But the new Beetlejuice trailer came out. I just haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it yet either.
I mean,
I'm
I'll
afraid
probably watch
to.
it. But I'm probably just gonna watch it just so I can start getting the vibes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out.
Last
I'm
thing
already
gonna
there.
say-
Like I'm already in.
hell yeah.
Like, so I'm like, do I have to? I don't know.
You're right. You know what? Why don't I take my own friggin' advice? You're talking me into what? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because you
I'm
might
just
get mad.
I probably will. I'm gonna put this out there, and I know you're gonna appreciate this, and you probably already know. Michael's, the crafts chain across the country, started putting out Halloween stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Summerween. They started in
Yep.
summer. Yeah. I'm a big
There's some
Michaels person.
There's some real good stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, there's
I'm
some
sure.
real good stuff.
Did you already buy half the store?
It's 40% off, by the way. They always have that. It's like 40% off. I didn't buy it yet.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. There's a skull planter. So it's a skull that almost looks like it's like Groot. You know how Groot's head is kind of like wood and it goes up like it's like that, but it's a skull and it's a planter, and I have to buy the shit out of that. Yeah, that's coming home.
You're like, and I need it, and I want it, and I
gonna
like
have it.
Yes, I do.
And my bank account's like, you don't have it. What you doing? You got a mortgage? And I'm like, shut up, mortgage.
Yeah, shut up, mortgage, and shut up, car payment, shut up, PSCG and National Grid. I don't need you. I need this skull.
Shut up, groceries for my family. No one's talking to you. It's called ramen. Eat
Everyone's gonna starve.
So wrong.
Oh,
So wrong.
Lord. I know. So violent. Out of nowhere.
Okay, at 48 minutes, we can officially say this isn't a shortcuts. Let's get to Killer Clowns.
Sorry, everybody. But that's
Sorry,
a cut.
not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Go eat some ramen. Take us out of here, Shannon.
And that's a cut.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Shortcuts. I hope you enjoyed hearing it just as much as we enjoyed recording it for you. If you did enjoy it, would you please leave us a review on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, the bathroom wall at the local gas station, wherever. We'd really appreciate it. If you rate and review us, it goes a long way to getting the word out about Sinful Cuts. Can't thank you enough. Until next time,